Isabella Liu from Act for Youth Health, and today we'll be debunking some popular nutrition myths. First of all, what are myths? Myths are a widely held but false belief or idea, or a misrepresentation of the truth. Some synonyms for myths include misconception, fallacy, and false notion. But why do nutritional myths exist? The first reason is due to a lack of educational and professional backgrounds from the people who post about and spread these myths. A second reason is because myths are a way to market a product, which can be a person's or company's diet program, certain foods, and etc. Last of all, nutritional myths exist due to misinterpretation of messages, whether that's exaggerating facts or simply miscommunication. Let's get into some popular nutrition myths. Although there's many different myths, we'll only be discussing 5 today. The myths we'll be looking at are carbs cause weight gain, certain foods can burn fat, all fats are bad, fresh produce is better than frozen, and that GMOs are bad for you. One of the most popular nutrition myths is that carbohydrates cause weight gain. This is so widely spread that most people see carbs as evil, and even go on low carb diets or avoid eating carbs entirely. However, scientific evidence says that carbohydrates aren't the cause of weight gain, and even though cutting out carbs do result in weight loss, most of that weight is from water. Every person needs carbs to survive, as they provide energy for breathing, thinking, exercise, and more. Removing carbs from your diet can result in a breakdown of muscle, brain fog, and dizziness. However, it is important to be careful about the types of carbs you consume. Try to choose complex carbs over simple carbs, as complex carbs are a more stable source of energy due to the fact that they take longer to digest. Only eating simple carbs can lead to an unhealthy diet, as these include all the sugary foods that are not as effective in providing fuel for the body in comparison to complex carbs. The second myth we'll debunk today is that acidic foods such as grapefruit, cayenne pepper, and vinegar, especially apple cider vinegar, directly burn body fat. This is false, as no specific food can directly burn body fat. Only focusing on the acidic foods that will supposedly burn fat will lead to a lack of nutrients. If you want to burn body fat, eat more protein and exercise routinely, as that will burn fat much more effectively and keep the results that you want. Next, we'll be looking at the myth that all fat is bad for you and will contribute to weight gain. This is also an incredibly widespread myth, as the word fat, even in the nutritional sense, is considered bad by society. However, the fact is, not all fats are unhealthy. In fact, fats are an important energy source that helps absorb nutrients and vitamins. But just like carbs, make sure to think carefully about which types of fat are more healthy. Unsaturated fats, which contain one or more double or triple bonds between the molecules, are healthier than saturated fats. Saturated fats can increase cholesterol levels and lead to heart disease. Furthermore, trans fats can also contribute significantly to heart disease and strokes, and it is best to avoid these types of fats. The next myth is that fresh fruits and vegetables are always healthier than their frozen or canned counterparts. This is false, as both fresh and frozen produce have their own benefits. For example, when fresh produce is out of season, frozen produce may be a more convenient option, especially since they tend to be more cheap. Some fresh produce is picked before they have time to ripen, which gives them less time to develop a wide range of vitamins and antioxidants. On the other hand, frozen fruits and vegetables are usually picked when they are the ripest, as freezing them helps preserve all the nutrients. Some fruits retain certain vitamins much better while being frozen, with an example being vitamin C. To summarize, frozen foods aren't always unhealthier than fresh foods, and it's important to evaluate the different pros and cons of each. The last myth we'll be looking at today is that GMOs, also known as genetically modified organisms, are bad for your body due to the fact that their genes are altered. However, many organizations, such as the Food and Drug Association, the Environmental Protection Agency, and the U.S. Department of Agriculture have all proven that GMOs are as healthful and safe to eat as their non-GMO counterparts. In fact, various studies have shown that eating GMO foods aren't harmful to the body. Some GMOs are actually modified to improve nutritional value, such as GMO soybeans being modified to include healthier oils. These soybeans are then used to replace oils that include trans fats, which we discussed were very unhealthy and can lead to several diseases. An additional bonus is that GMOs also include fewer pesticides, as they are modified in the lab, which means that there is a lower risk of dangerous chemicals on the produce due to them being exposed to less pesticides. So what have we learned today? By debunking these myths, we learned to not believe everything we read on the internet, as all the myths we talked about are widely spread on social media and other internet platforms. In order to prevent yourself from being trapped by more nutritional myths, it is important to always check nutritional facts and ask your doctor or nutritionist about certain foods and myths. Thank you for watching this video, and remember to stay healthy.